Thank you so much, Austin. Another wonderful day for Gary Southshore Railcats baseball. The second to last game of the 2017 regular season, and the Railcats in a do-or-die situation. They need to win tonight to remain in the postseason hunt. However, they need some help. Fargo-Moorhead with a win already today, 8-1. They need to win out the Railcats to close out the 2017 campaign. They need Fargo to lose tomorrow in order to qualify for the 2017 postseason, and it's the lefty Jeff McKenzie squaring up against his former team, the Lincoln Saltdogs, here tonight in Game 3 of this four-game set. McKenzie making his second start of the year against his former ball club back on August 22nd, and Nebraska picked up the win. 7+ innings, allowed 5 runs on 9 hits, struck out a pair, and walked 1. He'll have Joe Robbins, Cesar Valera, and Kurt Smith here in the top of first. The defense behind him tonight looks like this. Cameron Newell gets the start in left, Chase Harris in center, Colin Willis in right. At third base is Chris Goodman, the all-star shortstop Ryan Fitzgerald at his natural position. Cole Fabio at second, Elks Crosby does the first base duties. Jose Gonzalez, the reigning American Association Defensive Player of the Year, behind the plate. Frank Martinez, the designated hitter. McKenzie, 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, hails from El Dorado Hills, California. Picked up the no decision back on Tuesday against the Sioux Falls Canaries, his 5th consecutive start where he's gone at least 6+ innings. A rough start for him, allowed 2 runs in the first 3 innings, but then settled down. Just allowed a walk and a hit, and did not allow a run in the final 3 innings. In that no decision against Sioux Falls and Austin, it's been well documented. Do-or-die situation for now for Gary, and I'm not sure you'd rather have anybody up than Jeff McKenzie tonight, a laid-back guy, does not let pressure get to him.
Or Alex Gunn tomorrow as well. I mean, you have 2 of your better pitchers lined up in the situation, and I think if you're the Railcats, you have to feel pleased with the situation that you're still fighting for a playoff spot, and you have your 2 best pitchers arguably going here in the next 2 days.
Joe Robbins having an outstanding rookie season. Colin Willis a little bit better. Named the Rookie of the Year. Fighting the sun with his mitt from right field. The first pitch, swung on and missed. Quickly 0-1. First pitch on the button at 6:10.
And I think McKenzie could excel as well because he's the first lefty starter for the Railcats this series, too.
The 0-1 from the lefty, lined sharply into left field. On the second pitch of the game, Robbins singles into left.
Robbins hit a lot of leadoff last time the Railcats played the Saltdogs in Lincoln. Slide down to the 3-hole, but now it's back in that leadoff spot and certainly starting off with a bang. When he bats leadoff. Go ahead, Jared.
Dimensions here from the steel yard, 320 feet down the line and left. The deepest part of the ballpark to left center of the triangle where it breaks up just to the left of the number 45 retired sign in favor and honor of Joe Gates. 400 to straightaway center, 390 to right center, and 335 feet down the line and right. McKenzie to the stretch, 2 pitches into the game. And the first pitch to the All-Star, Cesar Valera, misses down and away. Valera, starting for the first time against Gary this season at third, was named the league's postseason All-Star for second base. He's had an outstanding season. 1-0. Just a tad inside. Valera hitting a team-best .327. That's 4th in the league. McKenzie has fallen behind to him. The crafty lefty looks at first, delivers home. And the pitch bounced to short on a hop, gloving chest high. Fitzgerald feeds to Fabio at second. He throws on a first and in time. A 6-4-3 double play.
Well done there for the Railcats. Tailor-made. Cesar Valera could not hit that ball any better. That's the downside of being a really good contact hitter in that situation, is that if you get a ground ball situation, it easily could turn into 2, and that's what happened there.
That double play, courtesy of Southshore Health and Rehab. All double plays this season, courtesy of Southshore Health and Rehab, helping making longer lives fuller lives. 2 down, and McKenzie back to the windup to face Kurt Smith. His first start of the series. First pitch, he takes a called strike on the outside edge of the outside corner. Gary wearing their home whites. McKenzie working fast, delivers the 0-1, and this one misses up and away. White pants with the black belts, the green stirrups. Not to mention Gary wearing the green caps with the maroon bill. Their Sunday caps. Bouncer the other way. Over the bag, gloving in fair territory, Alex Crosby keeps himself and beats Smith to the base to end the inning. Joe Robbins leads off the game with a single. However, McKenzie faces the minimum, gets a double play, and Kurt Smith to bounce out to end the inning. We've played half an inning. Gary in Lincoln. Start of inning number 2 from U.S. Steel Yard in Gary, Indiana. Line scores identical for both teams, 0-1 and 0. Jeff McKenzie, though, in the first able to face the minimum after allowing a single to Joe Robbins to begin the game. Got Cesar Valera to bounce into a double play, and then got Kurt Smith to ground out to Crosby at first to end the frame. He'll have the middle of the order here in the second. The former team of Jeff McKenzie was traded in the offseason from Lincoln for Richard Castile and has been an excellent arm in the rotation for Gary here in 2017. 4 wins, 4 defeats, and ERA just north of 4. Hangs his left arm, now rocks to his right and delivers the first pitch to Christian Ibarra. He takes up and away, and it's quickly 1-0.
This is a key part of the lineup here for Lincoln. It'll be good for McKenzie to be able to get his confidence up by getting through the lineup once.
Here's 1-0. Ibarra swings, pulls to third, stepping back, Goodman bobbles it, re-picks it up, throws over, and just in time does get Ibarra. A bang-bang play, and a nice job there by Goodman after initially buffing that grounder.
Good persistence there on that play for Chris Goodman. Initially that ball is dropped, he gets right back up very quickly and gets the play out at first.
1 down for the left fielder, Brandon Jacobs. Railcats outfield takes a couple of steps back with him coming up. Second on the team with 12 homers. You can't miss him up there. The bright red Nike cleats. The Nike logo in white. Jacobs, the 6'2 righty, awaits. He takes the first pitch just off the outside corner for a ball.
Infield playing very far back in this Lincoln lineup. That's one thing I have noticed from Greg Haggard's defensive lineman today.
1-0. Jacob swings, pulls the third, gloving knee-high on a hop. Chris Goodman has time, pats his mitt, throws over. Back-to-back 5 threes recorded by McKenzie, and now 2 away for Randolph Odeberg.
Goodman staying busy over there so far today. That's back-to-back groundouts, looking sharp, as is the defense in general. Already turned a double play, a couple of groundouts there. You also have the ground out to first base to end the first inning. The defense in the infields look sharp so far.
A lot of kids on hand today, and I can tell they enjoyed that pregame catch on the field. A couple of the balls made it to the infield dirt, but that's all part of the process. 2 down, McKenzie winds and fires in the first pitch. Misses down and away. That's the 3rd consecutive hitter he has fallen behind in the count to. Imagine a lot of those kids will visit the bouncy house, and speaking of the devil, there you are, they're out there. Flying sharply left center field, going back, Newell at the track, at the wall, looks up, it's after the top of the wall. Harris delivers into second, it's going to be close. It's not in time. Sliding into second with a double.
Now Lincoln's going to argue. I think that ball hit off the right pillar of the scoreboard above the fence. And that's what I thought. Okay, instead the first base coach is not going to talk about that, but I think the umpires, it was very close. From my vantage point, it looked like that ball, the way it ricocheted so cleanly that high, it looked like the ball would have hit off brick, because I don't think all of the meshing there in the outfield top part of the wall would have bounced that well. Just a thought.
A 2-out double for Odeberg. A lot of the kids visiting the bouncy house up the first baseline. The second hit allowed today by McKenzie. Still no score. First pitch fastball misses down and in. Railcats' final home game of the season tomorrow. If you bring the kids, they should be off for Labor Day. Make sure they visit the Kids Zone. And check out those inflatables brought to you by Backyard Bouncers. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in front of it. Martinez foul tips into the glove of Gonzalez. Give Backyard Bouncers a call, 219-227-4644, or book one online at backyardbouncersllc.com. A ball and a strike with 2 outs here in the top of the second. McKenzie looking to pitch around a 2-out double. Looks at second, delivers home. Martinez swings, listed in the air, shallow right field. The rookie of the year, Colin Willis, coming on. Camps underneath it and makes the 2-handed grab to end the inning. Jeff McKenzie allows a hit for the second straight inning, however, does not allow a run to cross. Through an inning and a half, Gary and Lincoln remain scoreless.
And we welcome you back to the Steel Yard on WEFM and RailcatsBaseball.com. Austin Anderson here with you, calling innings 3, 4, and 5. Leading things off for the Lincoln Saltdogs is Nathaniel Maggio. Maggio, so far today, has not had an at-bat. First pitch to Maggio, a skied foul and out of play. Count is 0-1. Maggio, 291 average, 7 home runs, and 33 RBI. Batting from that left side. Spreads his legs wide. McKenzie will wind in the 0-1. It's outside for a ball. It's now even at a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike, nobody out here in the top of the third. McKenzie sets. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. It's now 1-2. Again, the Railcats need to win not only tonight, but tomorrow. And a loss from Fargo-Moorhead tomorrow versus Winnipeg would secure a playoff spot. Any of those things fall through, the Railcats' season will end tomorrow. Here's the next pitch. Check swing, fouled off left side. We'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes, nobody out, top 3. No score here, each team with a pair of hits and no errors. McKenzie winds, here's the 1-2. Popped up, foul, third base side. And out of play. McKenzie, 4-4. He was out for most of the first half of the season after taking a line drive on his leg. Broke his leg and worked his way back. Here's the 1-2. Grounded foul, first base side, not a play. Count is still 1-2. There are a lot of choices for in-home health care, and it can be overwhelming. Start with the best, Bright Star Care, or call 219-924-0200, or visit brightstarcare.com to find the best location nearest you. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Reminder later on in the broadcast, we will have our Fairfield Inn & Suites Valparaiso scoreboard. Infield back all around. Outfield straight away as well. Here's the 1-2. Outside for a ball. It's now even at 2. In this inning for the Lincoln Saltdogs, it will be Nathaniel Maggio, then DeShanko Ricardo in the 9 spot, and then back to the top of the order. Joe Robbins there. Here's the 2-2. Blowing outside. Good location there for McKenzie, but not biting there is Maggio, and the count's now full. McKenzie so far with 26 pitches on the day. For 2+ innings. Here's the payoff. Rounded foul along the first base line. Lands in the Lincoln bullpen. We'll do it again. Jeff McKenzie, his last time out, got a no decision versus the Sioux Falls Canaries. Only 1 decision from the starters in that series versus Sioux Falls. Here's the payoff. High fly ball, deep right field. Combos heading back towards the warning track with room. Will make the catch above his head for out number 1. Maggio gave that one a ride, but learns with the steel yard. The ball doesn't carry that well. He's a victim of the first out of the day, and now DeShanko Ricardo will step in. Ricardo, a 270 average, 6 home runs, 29 RBI. Ricardo is a really solid defensive catcher. Just like Jose Gonzalez can backpick, stab balls out of the ground, you name it. Railcat base runners will have to keep an eye on him. He was also good with the bat, too. Here's the wind and the pitch from McKenzie. Ricardo pops it up foul and out of play. The count is 0-1. Lincoln has clinched the division on Friday. It's just a matter of where they play. It could be versus Winnipeg. It could be versus Wichita. Still time to figure that out. Here's the 0-1. That's a strike in the inside corner. It's 0-2. Ricardo was in the 8th spot yesterday, his first start of the series, and went 2 for 4. No runs or RBI in the game for him. And the 0-2. Strike 3 called outside corner. Jeff McKenzie punches him out. That is the first strikeout of the game, which is brought to you by Precision Cartridge, a proud supporter of the Gary Fraternal Order of Police Lodge, number 61. And now Joe Robbins, the center fielder, due up. Robbins so far today led off the ball game with a hit in the first inning. I think was a good confidence boost for Jeff McKenzie after the Joe Robbins leadoff single. To get right back in the mojo and have nobody on with 2 outs certainly helped things out for the lefty. Good pitcher's duel between these two pitchers. We expected nothing different, at least through 3. Jeff McKenzie's first pitch to Valera. Curveball, right down Broadway, 0-1. There's something about the lefty curveball that's just so deceiving that righties just can't do it in the same way. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled back, and it's now 0-2. You think of some of the good lefties in Major League Baseball who can throw that curveball, John Lester being one of them. Jose Quintana, just for White Sox and Cubs fans, certainly can agree. That curveball, when a lefty can throw it, it's just masterful. And McKenzie, a former White Sox prospect himself, doing it well. The 0-2. A ball high on the heater. It's now 1-2. Nobody out here, top 4. No score between the Railcats and the Saltdogs. 1:10 tomorrow, the regular season finale. Here's the 1-2. Low for a ball. It's Labor Day, so come out for an afternoon game at 1:10. Tickets 219-882-BALL or visit railcatsbaseball.com. Here's McKenzie's 2-2. Curveball, fly ball, fairly deep in center field. Chase Harris 3 steps to his left, makes the grab. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So after the fly out to center, that'll bring up Kurt Smith, the designated hitter. .319 average, 11 homers, 62 runs batted in. Smith calls time and steps out of the batter's box. We will have our Fairfield Inning Suites Valparaiso scoreboard here, starting any moment. Here's the first pitch. And he ropes it down the left field line. That's a fair ball heading into the corner. Cam Newell will cut it off. Hustling around first is Smith. He's heading towards second base. The ball rattles around the corner, which allows Smith to get a stand-up double. Smith certainly not with a lot of speed. So if that ball would have bounced off the wall quickly, Newell would have had a play, but it rattled around in that left field corner for a moment. Smith gets his first hit of the day with a double. Scores from around American Association, 2 finals. Again, Fargo defeating Winnipeg 10-1. Wichita 11, Salina 2. Games that are still in action include Cleveland, a 1-0 lead over Texas, bottom 3, top 4. The Battle of the Sioux Falls and Sioux City, no score. McKenzie set, looks back at Smith. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Strike in the outside corner. 0-1. St. Paul and Kansas City yet to start. That'll get away in the top of the hour. Smith not with much of a lead off second. Here's the 0-1. Curveball, grounded to third. Goodman looks back. Smith takes his time, throws to first, well in time. Ibarra retired for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs so far today, 0 for 1, and ground out to third. Chris Goodman's been busy over there at third base here tonight. He has gotten 4 of the 11 outs so far today. The best when he robbed Joe Robbins of a 2-out single with a diving stop to his left. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, just high, and it's 1-0. The MLB scoreboard will go through here in a second. Here's the 1-0. It's outside now, 2-0. Kurt Smith, who's running on second base, his stature almost reminds me of another American Association player, Jesus Paso, the catcher for Fargo Moorhead. I think they strikingly look very similar. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Line into center field, that will be a base hit. Fielding it on a hop is Chase Harris. He bobbles it, which will allow Kurt Smith to easily score. Stopping at first with a single on the play is Brandon Jacobs. An RBI knock, and it's 1-0 in favor of Lincoln here in the fourth. It's now Randolph Odeber stepping up to the plate for Fargo Moorhead.
Jesus, if you're going to zoom in that close, stay on the first.
Odeber, so far today, does have a 2-base hit in the second inning. A 2-out strike against the Railcats, and McKenzie gets set. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul, and the count is 0-1 to Odeber. Odeber certainly a very solid hitter with that 249 average, but the 12 home runs. Lincoln does have shorter dimensions and a shorter wall. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And he lines a base hit into left field. One hopping it is Cameron Newell. Advancing to second on the play is Jacobs. Runners on first and second. 2 down. And Frank Martinez now due up. Or Juan Martinez, I should say. Easy to mix up the two Martinezes. They both are prominent hitters for their two teams. When you see Frank Martinez 100 times in a season, it's very easy to make that mistake. Here's the first pitch. It's inside for a ball, and it's now 1-0. To Juan Martinez. 189 average so far. A midseason signee for the Lincoln Saltdogs. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 down here in the top half of the fourth. 1-0 in favor of the Saltdogs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards second. Cole Fabio fields it with time, flips it to Fitzgerald for the force, and that will retire the side. But not before a 2-out RBI single from Brandon Jacobs gives the Lincoln Saltdogs a 1-0 lead. We play 3.5 here in Gary. You're listening to WEFM and RailcatsBaseball.com. Due up here for the Lincoln Saltdogs to lead off this 5th inning is the first baseman, Maggio. Nathaniel Maggio so far today, 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time.
We just tied it up,
Jeff
1-1.
McKenzie lines and delivers. Maggio takes high and outside for a ball. Maggio this season versus left-handers. And here's the 1-low pitch. Swings and misses, and the count is now 1-1. I'll get to that stat here in a second. Infield is back all around, and they're shifting for the righty, or the lefty, I should say, Maggio, the 1-1 pitch. Painting the outside corner there is McKenzie. It's now 1-2. Maggio versus lefties batting 190. And 297 versus righties. Just tells you how important a lefty is. Here's the 1-2. Shallow pop fly, left field. Fitzgerald backpedaling makes the grab. Certainly a more difficult play than it could have been, but Fitzgerald gets it done. 1 up, 1 down. Now bring up the catcher, Deshenko Ricardo. Not that Fitzgerald could have made that play any easier. I would have said that maybe Cameron Newell could have called off Fitzgerald, but the shortstop makes the play anyways. 1 down, and here's the catcher, Ricardo. Struck out swinging into third, his first time up. The lefty McKenzie, still as a statue, will get set. Line in the pitch to Ricardo. Breaking ball, outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Infield very back here for Ricardo and the rest of the Saltdogs. The 0-1. Pop fly. First base side, foul ground. Crosby runs out of room. Lands in section 113. And it's now 0-2. Reminder, there is one more game on the regular season schedule. The Railcats, if they can win tonight, it'll be one of the more important games in recent memory at the Steelyard. VO2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Ricardo retired on strikes for the second time today. That's also McKenzie's second punch out of the day. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Joe Robbins. Robbins has hit the ball hard in both of his at-bats so far today. Certainly has hit rockets. He's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Robbins grounds one right to McKenzie. He fields his position well, throws to Crosby in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Jeff McKenzie. We have played 4.5 here in Gary. Let's see if the Railcats can take the lead in the bottom half. Listening to WEFM and RailcatsBaseball.com.
Both teams are retired in order in the 5th, and we go on to the 6th, still tied 1-1. Jeff McKenzie allowing just 1 run on 5 hits against his former club. As for the Railcats, they have 1 run on 7 hits. Neither team has committed an error today. Jared Schlinsky alongside General Manager Brian Leiter. And Brian, the biggest news of today's baseball was the fact that the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks defeated the Winnipeg Goldeyes. However, the Railcats still in position to make the playoffs. They have to win out. Need Fargo-Moorhead to lose. If you're Greg Taggart, obviously it's been an up-and-down season, but with the opportunity to go into game number 100, still alive in the playoffs, you've got to be thrilled.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't really ask for a whole lot more than having a chance at it, and some of the ups and downs and injuries and things that we fought through over the course of the last 4 months to here we are on game 99 today, and we're right there. We need a little bit of help, but we got to take care of our own business as well. So, this group of guys has played just tremendous baseball. Really, the last 3.5 weeks they've been really fantastic and put on a good show for our fans, and we just need a couple more W's out of them, and hopefully catch a little luck, and then we'll see what happens.
First pitch pulled in the left field off the bat of Cesar Valera. It's a leadoff single for the All-Star. Big news today for the Gary Southshore Railcats. I'll be honest, I wasn't surprised. Colin Willis named the 2017 American Association Rookie of the Year. Greg Taggart gave a statement on behalf of Colin winning the award. Thought what stood out was most notably his work ethic and how much time he has really put in, and more importantly, how far he's come. Fly out to right, trying to tag up to second. Valera makes it. A deep fly to right, however, moving up 90 feet is Valera.
That's a great tag.
And quickly one out. Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, Colin's been one of the, not only the best rookies, one of the best players in the league all year. And we talked about it before, Jared. He came into camp ready to roll, and he's, shows what preparing during the offseason can do. And he came in and he's had just a great season for us, and a very well deserved. And I saw him in the clubhouse earlier today. Big congratulations to him. And we've needed every ounce of production we've gotten out of him this season to put us in the position that we're in right now.
It's been a while since Gary's had a Rookie of the Year, too. As a matter of fact, you've got to go back to the Northern League days. 2008, the last one to do it, Mike Rohde. First pitch to Christian Ibarra, looped in the air, shallow right field. Colin Willis cuts off Cole Fabio and hauls it in. And quickly 2 down. A lot of people swing at the first pitch this half inning.
Yeah, absolutely. Not too many guys working counts tonight. It's that's both good and bad. If somebody connects, then we got some stuff happening, but it makes for some live action. That's for sure.
2 down, still tied 1-1. Top of the 6th inning. While we won't know who was the runner-up for some of the positions, I've got to think Greg Taggart and Chase Harris had to be in the conversation, respectively, for Manager of the Year, who happened to go to Bobby Brown in the opposite dugout of Gary, and Tony Campana, the former major leaguer playing for Sioux City. Both of them have had tremendous seasons.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough balance all the way across the board from all the position players. There's so many quality managers and players throughout this league that it's really hard to go wrong with some of the picks. But yeah, I would think that Chase and Skip were probably right in the mix.
2 away, McKenzie looks at second. Brandon Jacobs has delivered the game's only run for Lincoln, a 2-out RBI double in the 4th. Before we talk about tomorrow, I want to talk about Oktoberfest. You talk about an excellent turnout. I mean, could you imagine it? Did you think it was going to be that big?
It's one of those things is that you don't really know when you start planning these events. I mean, we're starting to talk about these things in October, November, December, and January, the events that don't take place for 8 or 9 months down the road. So you always have the best of intentions and the highest of hopes when you put things together. Like tonight, for instance, we've never played a Sunday night game here at the Steelyard heading into Labor Day. kind of a last, fan appreciation show, and we have well exceeded my expectations of what we would have as far as a crowd. We have a great crowd in here tonight. I know they're still working on scanning stubs downstairs as far as how many folks, but an awesome Sunday night. The weather's perfect. So yeah, it's one of those things that you plan it, you try and get it out there as best you can, and hope the fans respond, and they certainly have.
2-0 breaking ball gets across the letters on the outside corner for a strike. Best of all, beautiful weather, a cool evening. Going to have fireworks too after the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous little fan appreciation fireworks show. I heard the fellows that are down there setting up from Sky Magic Pyrotechnics got a special one in store for it tonight, so it should be really good.
That's the nice thing about working in Indiana, Brian. I'm from Illinois. Fireworks are illegal in Illinois. I don't know if you knew that. You got to go get them in Indiana if you're going to bring them in.
Oh yeah, I mean, you start driving around some of the fireworks warehouses in Indiana on 4th of July. You can't. You got to wait for an hour and a half to get into those places. It's unbelievable. I grew up in New York where you were, fireworks weren't illegal, but certain classes of stuff. But I've never seen a population of folks like fireworks like Northwest Indiana does. It's unbelievable.
I'd have to agree with you there. Jeff McKenzie, pitching against his former team, has only allowed 1 run through 5 2/3, looking to put away Brandon Jacobs with 2 outs. The lefty's 3-1. Jacobs takes a called strike, and it's full. How about this guy? The resilience from him throughout the course of the season. Breaks his left fibula with a line drive off the bat of Kevin Keys from Kansas City in May. Does his 2-month rehab and has been excellent since coming off the DL.
Yeah, he's somebody who was raring to go probably 2 weeks before he was even cleared by doctors to come on out and perform, and somebody that we needed in a big way this year, and has been a big part of the reason why we're right there at the end.
A sharp grounder to third. Goodman can handle it. Jacobs reaches, and now it's the first error of the game for Gary. Valera goes to third. Jacobs reaches for the second consecutive time, and with 2 down, it brings up arguably the best hitter in the order, Randolph Odeber. It's interesting how the playoff scenarios are somewhat projected to go down. If you look at the Lincoln Saltdogs, I think it's safe to say they don't want to open up against the Winnipeg Goldeyes begin the series. However, if Gary wins today, tomorrow, Gary would actually open up against Wichita, assuming Fargo-Moorhead loses. As for Lincoln, they want to beat Gary, so they don't have to play Winnipeg in the first round. Obviously, they made the playoffs, but you can tell they're not taking this game lightly.
No, they got all their guys going. You're absolutely right. I mean, Winnipeg's the defending champions. They've been nearly unbeatable over the last 60 games. We got to see how good they are over the last couple of months out here. So yeah, nobody. Everyone's trying to jockey themselves to give them the best chance to win the championship series, and then once that happens, anything can go. So yeah, we're certainly getting their A effort tonight, and we have to play these next four innings well and give ourselves a chance to win, and then see what happens tomorrow.
First pitch taken up and in by Randolph Odeber. Steps out to retighten his white batting gloves. Odeber with an all-black bat. Today's 2 for 2, a double in the second, singled in the fourth. Lefty-righty matchup in the 1-0. A breaking ball just misses upstairs. Lights in full effect from the Steel Yard. A Sunday night 6:10 game, our second of the year, but tomorrow, Fan Appreciation Day, the final regular season Metro PCS Monday of the season. What a year it's been. I can't believe it's game 99 already.
It's unbelievable. It goes by faster and faster every year. You blink in the 4-month season has been upon us and gone, and all the work and planning is executed, and then here we are coming up on another Fan Appreciation, and what an awesome season it's been. I think I don't know, some 173,000 fans and counting have been out to the Steel Yard this summer. I believe, I don't know that we didn't have a chance to tally it today. We may have broken our all-time attendance record last night, maybe tonight, something like that. So, yeah, just a great summer out here at the Steel Yard.
Randolph Odeber swings at the 3-0 pitch and loops it down the right field line. Cole Fabio makes the catch over his head, and that ends the inning. An aggressive Randolph Odeber pops out, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied. Start of inning number 7 in Gary, Indiana. A beautiful night for Gary Southshore Railcats baseball. The second to last game of the 2017 season. The Gary Southshore Railcats still tied with Lincoln at 1. Jared Schlensky alongside General Manager Brian Leiter. Jeff McKenzie dueling up against his former team for the second time this season. His lower the third to begin the inning. And the first pitch, a fastball, backdoors Juan Martinez for a called strike. Obviously, it's nice to see guys get promoted, Brian. We were looking in between innings. Carlos Diaz has not given up a run. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm really not.
No, his stuff's fantastic, and it doesn't surprise me he's having success. He was fantastic. It was awesome for us once we moved him to the bullpen, and I'm sure he'll do some really great things in the Marlins organization.
Juan Martinez lofts the next pitch into shallow right center. Colin Willis into the alley, hauls it in, and quickly one out. One thing I definitely wanted to bring up, and I made a note of it today before I knew you were going to come up here. It's game number 99 of the season, yet this field looks like it's game number 1. It looks like it's opening day again. Obviously, Noah and his staff resodded when the team went on their most recent 7-game road trip, but this field looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the best shape it's been in at the end of the season since I've been here. It's absolutely that's all credit to those guys. They've done a heck of a job.
Nathaniel Maggio with a single on his way to second, thrown out by Chase Harris. A dart from Harris, able to get Maggio trying to stretch a single into a double. And that is why Harris maybe deserved to be the Defensive Player of the Year. What a throw.
Yeah, great throw, right on the money. Gutsy call by trying to take second there. The ball never really got past those guys, and certainly aggressive. And it took a good throw to get him.
A perfect throw to get him indeed. Maggio with a long single, out trying to stretch it into a double. Quickly 2 down. A nice slap tag from Ryan Fitzgerald. And it brings up the 9-hitter Dashenko Ricardo. First pitch breaking ball gets the inside corner for a strike. Ricardo, the defensive catcher in the All-Star game, takes that pitch down and in. I won't put him on Jose Gonzalez's level, Brian, but Dashenko Ricardo, one of the more underrated defensive players in this league.
Yeah, he's been, being an all-star in this league. This league's full of quality catchers, and he's right up there. He's really good. Certainly makes you think a couple twice before running.
Let's switch gears for a moment. Your favorite new promotion of the 2017 season, and then I guess I'll let you pick your favorite promotion, whether it was a new one or something Gary's done in the past.
Ooh. I really enjoyed the 4th of July with the fire dancers and the pig roast. I thought that was a really fun night. Fireworks, roasting the pig on the concourse is something I've never been a part of before, so that was really awesome to see. So that's probably my favorite new one. Went over really well with the fans. Certainly something that we're gonna most likely bring back for next season, somewhere around July 4th. That was a really fun night. And then my favorite promotion, no doubt, Clunker Car Night. It's my favorite. It's just about my favorite of all time. So that one is near and dear to my heart. So.
Dashenko Ricardo strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. Jeff McKenzie, 7 innings, has only allowed a run. We go to the stretch, still tied 1-1. We'll be back in 90 seconds. McKenzie into the windup in the first pitch. This is over the heart of the plate. McKenzie downs his left arm. Joe Robbins at the plate. Robbins today 1 for 3, single to begin the game. 1-0. Breaking ball lifted high, a mile high up the right field line. Coming in, Colin Willis camps underneath it and makes the catch with 2 hands over his head. 1 down for Cesar Valera. Valera, the All-Star for Lincoln, 1 of 2 on the year, 1 for 3, singled back in the 6th. Now some activity up in the Gary bullpen. It's just position players, though, getting warmed up. Andy DeJesus, Joey Haverlack playing catch. What a night it's been for McKenzie, the crafty southpaw. From the first base side of the mound, rocks to his right, delivers home. Valera swings, pulls to third, just past Chris Goodman, but foul into the Gary pen. Tomorrow, Alex Gunn gets the ball for Gary. It'll be his league-high 25th start of the season. Seth Webster, the former Schaumburg Boomer, the sister club of Gary, counters for Lincoln. Infield back, outfield extremely deep. Here's the 1-strike toss. Valera takes down and in for a ball. Couple of cars passing by on 4th Avenue behind the Steel Yard video board in left center. A beautiful night on a Sunday evening. 1-1. Breaking ball, tails down and away. A lively crowd too tonight. 4,835 in the house. McKenzie shakes off Jose Gonzalez, now gets the sign he wants. Into the windup, fires. That one misses low, the fastball at 82. McKenzie dusting off the mound with his right foot. Doesn't like the dirt on it. Here's 3-1. Hit up the middle under his glove to his left. The shortstop Fitzgerald, gloves from behind second, throws over, and in time, double pump too. Didn't have the initial grip he wanted, but still able to get Valera for the second out of the inning. A nice play by Fitzgerald, the All-Star. First pitch, breaking ball, hammered to third, jumping Goodman makes the catch. What a grab by Chris Goodman, takes away a double from Kurt Smith. Using his hops there was Goodman. Kurt Smith and all that he made the grab. A 1-2-3, top of the 8th for Jeff McKenzie. We go to the home half. Erie and Lincoln still tied at 1. McVeigh this season for the Lincoln Saltdogs. 35 relief appearances, has 1 win, no losses, a sub-1 ERA, second on the team with 3 saves. Chase Harris to lead off here in the inning. He has grounded out 3 times, and the first pitch from McVeigh misses down. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors tonight for Lincoln. 1 run, 8 hits, 2 errors for Geary. They've been able to overcome them from now. Can they get the walk-off win? 1-0. Harris takes down and away. Both starters tonight terrific. Each win 8 innings. Both allowed just 1 run. And so far, neither bullpen has allowed a run. Harris shows bunt, takes that one low. Hugging the line at third, Valera plays a step behind the bag. McVeigh delivers home. Harris looms it into left field. This is going to fall. A leadoff single for Geary, and the fastest base runner on the team reaches. Let's see if he's on the move. One on for Alex Crosby. Crosby tonight 1 for 4. Singled for his only hit in the 5th. Let's see if he's called upon to lay down a sac bunt. Crosby from the left side. Chokes up on the bat. First pitch, he shows bunt. Takes the ball down and away. Geary had the leadoff man reach last half inning. Could not score. Harris with a 2-step lead off first. Charging at third, Valera. That one downstairs again. It's 2-0. Remember, folks, a win tonight, a win tomorrow from Geary, and a Fargo loss, and Geary is going to the postseason. It may very well come down to the final game of the regular season. Pick off to first, Harris back in standing. McVeigh rests his mitt against his chest. Now comes set, delivers. That one misses low, and it's 3-0. Cesar Valera, the third baseman, parallel with the pitcher, Cameron McVeigh.
You have bug eyes. They're They're destroying the whole town!
McVeigh now steps back a couple steps. 3-0. Crosby takes up and away. Back-to-back face runners for Gary here in the 10th. It brings up Reggie Wilson. Let's see if he's called upon to lay down a sack bunt. Bobby Brown, the American Association Manager of the Year, out of the dugout. Crosses the first base line and wants to meet with the entire infield, his catcher and right-handed arm McVeigh on the top of the hill. Chase Harris on second drew a single in the inning. Crosby then worked a walk, a 4-pitch walk. Colin Willis today was 2 for 4, replaced by Reggie Wilson in the bottom of the 8th as a defensive replacement. He'll hit for the first time tonight. Will Wilson bunt? A huge hole through the left side of the infield is shortstop Ibarra holding on Harris. In at the lip of the grass at third is Valera. Wilson squares. The pitch gets the outside corner for a strike. Wilson not happy, thought it was off the outside corner. Taps home plate twice with his all-white bat. A 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 10th. Gary looking for the walk-off win. Fake pick-off to second. Wilson steps out. Railcats must win today and tomorrow to keep their postseason hopes alive. Not to mention they need Fargo to lose tomorrow. McVeigh comes set, the 1-0. Bunted up the third baseline foul. No balls, 2 strikes on Wilson. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 10th. Well, Wilson bumped with 2 strikes. Jose Gonzalez did it last inning. McVeigh looks at second, delivers the 0-2. Instead, steps off. Gary looking for a walk-off win. McVeigh delivers the 0-2. Wilson swings and lines it into the Gary dugout. Everybody looks to be okay in the Railcats dugout. And the at-bat resumes. 1 run, 9 hits, 2 errors for Gary. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors tonight for Lincoln. Bottom of the 10th inning. Still tied at 1. Railcats look to keep their postseason hopes alive with a walk-off win. 2-strike pitch. Misses down and away. That was the breaking ball. The Southshore train passing by. Working its way left to right behind the steel yard video board in left center. McVeigh looks out towards left center, now delivers, and the pitch, a high chopper to second, gloving chest high. Valera feeds to Ibarra. He throws it away off the Lincoln dugout. Heading home, Harris, he scores! And the Railcats win! The Gary Southshore Railcats with a walk-off win on an RBI ground out from Reggie Wilson. The Gary Southshore Railcats keep their postseason hopes intact They win on a walk-off fielder's choice followed by an error. A huge win for the Gary Southshore Railcats. The throw from the ball at second goes past Maggio, and Harris scores from second. Austin Anderson down on the field. Looking for Chase Harris. It looks like he's going to grab him. Tonight, the Railcats with a walk-off 2-1 win. They remain in the hunt for the playoffs, the final spot, the wild card. In 98 games into the season, rather 99 games into the season, and the Railcats still have yet to know whether or not they're in the playoffs. They keep their hopes intact, a 2-1 walk-off win. They need to win tomorrow, and they need Fargo to lose to advance to the playoffs. But for now, let's break down this one for you on the Scapel Cadillac Buick GMC postgame show. No score through the first 3 innings, however, that changes in the 4th. Top of inning number 4, Cesar Valera flies out to center to start it. Kurt Smith, the designated hitter, then pulls a double down the left field line before Christian Ibarra grounds out to third. Kurt Smith has to stay over at second. And then with 2 outs, Brandon Jacobs comes to the plate.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. A line into center field, that will be a base hit. He'll get on a hop as Chase Harris. He bobbles it, which will allow Kurt Smith to easily score. Stopping at first with a single on the play is Brandon Jacobs. An RBI knock, and it's 1-0 in favor of Lincoln here in the 4th.
Lincoln jumps in front 1-0 on the RBI single from Brandon Jacobs with 2 outs. However, Gary able to quickly tie up the ball game. Frank Martinez singles to left. Jose Gonzalez then moves him to second with a ground out to third. 1 out, Ryan Fitzgerald at the plate. He pulls a single to second, allowing Martinez to go from second to third. And then Cole Fabio, the rookie, comes to the plate, looking to give Gary their first run with 2 outs.
The payoff. Fabio lines one into right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. He's now 1-3 with runners in scoring position. And 2 out an inning. Martinez scores. It's now 1-1.
A 1-1 game. Neither team able to score up until the 10th. Bennett Perry, Jeff McKenzie, absolutely outstanding. Both go 8 innings, allowing just 1 run. However, that changes when Cameron McVeigh comes on in the bottom of the 10th inning. Chase Harris singles to start the inning. Alex Crosby then draws a 4-pitch walk. That moves Harris to second. And then Reggie Wilson coming to the plate for the first time, replaced Colin Willis as a defensive replacement in the bottom of the 8th. And, well, able to get some help from the Lincoln defense. The South Shore train passing by, working its way left to right behind the Steelyard video board in left center. McVeigh looks out towards left center, now delivers the pitch, a high chopper to second, gloving chest high. Valera feeds to Ibarra. He throws it away off the Lincoln dugout. Heading home, Harris, he scores, and the Railcats win. The Gary Southshore Railcats with a walk-off win on an RBI ground out from Reggie Wilson. A fielder's choice followed by a throwing error allows Gary to win. They keep their postseason aspirations intact. They need a win tomorrow and a Fargo-Moorhead loss. And if the 2 happen, the Railcats are going into the postseason on the final game of the regular season.